Have you ever looked at someone else's life and suddenly felt small? Maybe it happens when you open your phone. You see people smiling, traveling, working in good jobs, living what looks like a perfect life. And for a moment, your heart feels heavy. You don't say anything. You just keep scrolling. But inside, a quiet voice asks, "Why is my life not like that?" If you feel this way, I want you to know something first. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are human. Many people feel this. They just don't talk about it. Comparison is very quiet. It doesn't shout. It slowly enters your mind. One picture, one story, one success at a time. And little by little, it changes how you see yourself. You may start to think, "I am too slow. I am not good enough. I am already behind." These thoughts feel real, but they are not always true. Today, we are going to talk about this feeling, the weight of constant comparison. We will talk about why we compare ourselves to others, why it hurts so much, and how we can slowly feel lighter again. You don't need big words. You don't need perfect English. Just listen slowly, with open ears, and an open heart. By the end of this episode, you may see comparison in a new way. Not as an enemy, but as something you can understand and gently change. We begin with a simple truth. People compare. We compare from a very young age. As children, we look at others to understand the world. Who is faster? Who is stronger? Who can do something better? This is not a bad thing. This is how the human mind learns. When you see someone do something well, your mind says, "Maybe I can do that too." So comparison at first is natural. It helps us learn. It helps us grow. Think about learning English. You hear someone speak clearly. You notice new words, new sounds. Your mind is not judging yet. It is just watching. This kind of comparison is gentle. But something has changed in our world. Today, we compare much more than before. And we compare in a very different way. In the past, we compared with people close to us. Friends, family. People in the same place, living a similar life. Now, with one phone, we compare with the whole world. Every day, we see hundreds of lives, beautiful photos, happy faces, big achievements. But what we see is not the full story. People usually share only the best moments, the best angle, the best day. This is called a highlight. A highlight is the best part, not the whole life. And here is where the problem begins. We compare our full life with someone else's highlights. We compare our tired days, our slow progress, and our doubts and fears with their smiles and success. Of course, it feels heavy. Let me tell you a small story. There was a person who liked to run. Every morning they ran a little. Not fast, not perfect. But they felt good. Running gave them peace. Running made them feel alive. One day, they started watching videos online. People running faster, longer, winning races. At first, they felt inspired, but slowly something changed. They began to feel slow. Too slow. Not good enough. The run did not change. The body did not change. Only the thoughts changed. Soon, running felt heavy. What once brought joy, now brought pressure. This is the weight of constant comparison. Nothing outside has to change, for the feeling inside to change. Comparison does not always hurt at the beginning. It hurts when it never stops. It hurts when we forget why we started. It hurts when we stop listening to ourselves and start listening only to others. So remember this: comparison is human. Comparison is natural. But comparison without kindness, without balance, can slowly take away joy. And in the next part, we will talk about what this weight does to our heart and to the way we see ourselves. When comparison becomes constant, it begins to change how we feel inside. Not in one big moment, but slowly, quietly. At first, you may not notice it. You just feel a little tired, a little less happy than before. Then, one day, a thought appears. I am not enough. Not smart enough. Not fast enough. Not successful enough. This thought is heavy. And when it comes every day, it becomes a habit. You may wake up and already feel behind, before you even start. This is one of the hidden weights of comparison. Another weight is the loss of your inner voice. Your inner voice is the part of you that knows what you like, what you want, and what matters to you. When you were younger, this voice was clear. You tried things because you were curious. You enjoyed learning. You moved at your own speed. But constant comparison makes this voice quieter. Instead of asking, what do I want? You start asking, what are they doing? Instead of feeling proud of small steps, you feel pressure to catch up. Little by little, you stop trusting yourself. When you live in comparison, you begin to live outside your own life. Let me share a simple story. Two people decided to climb the same mountain. The path was long, the air was thin. The climb was not easy. The first person kept looking at the other. Every step they checked. Are they higher? Are they faster? Their legs became tired quickly. Their mind was never calm. The second person also saw the other climber, but they focused on their own steps. One step, then the next. They rested when they needed. They moved when they felt ready. In the end, both reached high places, but their journeys felt very different. One felt stressed and empty. The other felt strong and present. Comparison does not only steal joy, it steals peace. There is another weight we rarely talk about. Comparison breaks connection. When we compare too much, people stop being people. They become numbers, levels, targets. Someone else's success starts to feel like our failure. And that hurts the heart. If you feel this pain, please hear this clearly. It does not mean you are jealous or bad. It means you care. It means you want a good life. But caring without kindness can become suffering. Constant comparison teaches the mind to look outside for value, but real value grows inside. In the next part, we will talk about how to change comparison. Not by fighting it, but by turning it into something lighter, something that helps you grow instead of hurting you. Now let's talk about change. Not fast change, not perfect change, but gentle change. We cannot stop comparing completely. The human mind does not work that way, but we can change the direction of comparison. Here is the main idea. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to yourself, not to judge, but to understand. Think about your life 1 year ago, or even 1 month ago. What can you do now that you could not do before? Maybe you understand more English words. Maybe you feel a little braver. Maybe you don't give up as quickly. This is growth. Growth is not loud. Growth is quiet. Another important change is learning instead of judging. When you see someone doing better than you, notice what your mind says. If it says, "They are better than me," gently change the question. Ask, "What can I learn from them?" To learn means to watch, to listen, and to try in your own way. Learning feels light. Judging feels heavy. Let me tell you a small story. There was a bird who watched other birds in the sky. Some flew very high, some flew very fast. The bird felt small. Its wings felt weak. One day, the bird stopped looking up. It looked at its own wings. They were not the biggest, not the strongest, but they were its wings. The bird began to fly in its own way, not high, not fast, but steady and free. You do not need to fly like others. You need to fly like you. There is one simple habit that can help you every day. At the end of the day, ask yourself one gentle question. How did I grow today, even a little? Maybe you tried again. Maybe you rested when you needed to. Maybe you were kind to yourself. Small growth is still growth. And when you focus on growth, comparison loses its power. You begin to feel lighter, calmer. You begin to trust your own path. And this is how comparison changes from a weight into a guide. Not something that pushes you down, but something that helps you move forward in your own time. As we come to the end, let's look at the big picture. Life is not a race. It is not a straight line. It is a rhythm. Some days you move forward. Some days you rest. Both are part of living. Comparison becomes heavy when it forgets kindness. When it forgets that every life has its own time. You are not late. You are not behind. You are learning. You are becoming. When you stop measuring your life with someone else's ruler, you begin to see your own value. Quiet value, real value. Remember this, you do not need to be the best. You do not need to be the fastest. You only need to be honest with where you are today. Step by step, breath by breath. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for listening slowly. Take one deep breath now. Your life is already moving forward.